Yeah. Um, Today I just want to give us this very key and important uh, perspective that will change your trading. One of the major things that make me to stay unprofitable for years is this same thing I want to talk about. And I believe if you are able to get it once and for all, most especially if you are a gold trader, if you trade XAU USD on a daily basis and you are an intraday trader, please, what I want to say here is not for swing trading, it's not for even scalping, yeah, but you can still use it for scalping. But if you're an intraday trader, you know that each day you go in, you look for your daily setup, you enter the market, you take what you want, you leave. This is for you. Now for each day, you must have your bias. For each day you must have your bias, you must have your daily bias. If you have this daily bias, what it means is that for that day you are not looking at taking any trade outside that bias. Yes, you are not looking at taking any trade outside the bias. Now, how do you arrive at this bias? This is the reason why a lot of people, your strategy is good. Your strategy is good. Sometimes it's not your strategy, it's just that you miss direction. You miss the direction, you miss the where you are supposed to face is not where you are facing. You are good at pattern. You see head and shoulder, you see different pattern, double top, triple top and bottom, and you are seeing all those things. It's correct, you are trading it rightly, but because you are trading it against daily bias, that is why you are losing. That is why you are failing. If you will use this, it's going to filter out a lot of noise. It's going to filter out a lot of noise and a lot of distractions that you have on your lower time frame. As most of us go traders that trade daily, we dwell on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, but even as we are on those lower time frame, my brother, my sister, be sure that you understand what the day is saying and what the day looks like. And there's only two ways to determine your daily bias. From my perspective, let me put it that way. There are two ways. Number one, combine 2 candle, or you combine 3 candle. You combine 2 candle or you combine 3 candle. On my side, I prefer to use this one. It's either you are combining 2 candles or you are using 3 candles. But I prefer to use 3 candles because it allows me to be stable and have a long time view to the market. Most times my view can even take me for a week at times, and when I'm doing that, it filters out some mistakes. Also, some days that will have been a problem or a mistake to me, those days I end up escaping them because I stay focused on 3 days analysis. So I will just start from here now. I'll start from this candle. Let me mark this so that you understand what I'm trying to say. Let me use this candle 1. This is candle 2. Okay, so the moment we have this candle, okay, this let's go this way. Let's start from the low so that it's not be as if I leave one candle behind. This is we start from this low. This is candle 1, this is candle 2, this candle 3. Now the moment I have these 3 candles, what are we seeing? Of course, we know that this is upward direction, so I'll use it to predict what this day 4 is going to say. This day 4. So since we are already on the upside, it means this day 4, I'm not thinking of anything than to buy. Why should I sell? I won't sell. I'll be buying, even though it come out to be a selling day. That day is not the day for me to sell. No. Why? Because the 3 previous days already told me that we have a bullish bias. You can see this day 2 close higher than day 1. day 3 close higher. You see this day 3 close higher, so automatically it means we are on a higher movement. So now what will I do on the day 4? What I will do is simply I'll be looking at upside. I want to buy. So, and you now ask me, but eventually this thing sell now. It happens to be a selling day. What now happen? You will see that even that's in between that selling day, there are a lot of buys in between. Look at it. Market opened. This is what happened there. See, market opened below at the middle here, then came back. Then there is a buy. As they buy it upward. From that buying upward, market comes back and close here. So this is how that day look. The day we sample this is how it looks. No, this is close lower. Let me come back again. So what is happening is it's open this way. I'm trying to replicate what happened, how it's going to look. Then went back upward, came back, and then when it came back, it now closes lower here. So automatically what that means is, you see all this side upward, this is a buying. So even if I decide to buy in a day like this, I will still make my profit that day. So we move to the next day. The next day, what it means is we combine these 3 candles. This one will now be candle 1, this will be candle 2, and this will be candle 3, right? So, and then we now have this candle to predict as candle 4. Now, what do? We see that candle 2 closes higher than candle 1, but candle 3 closes in between candle candle 2. It doesn't close higher. So a day like this, that is day 4, I will be careful. In a day like this, most time what I do is I de-risk. In days like this, these are the days that I will do half of my normal lot size. So if I have been using 0.1 before, in a day like this, you see me, I'll be using 0.5 in a day like this. Why? Because this candle that closes lower in between is not giving me high vibe that will make me to be confident that we are still. So, but despite that, our bias for that day is still to buy. And what we will do is we look for our entries through our levels. How do we enter? Most of us will use different strategy. Some of us use levels to enter. Some of us use order blocks. Some of us use patterns. Some of us use candlestick reactions and price actions. Whatever strategy you are using in such a day, you still see that in between this particular day there is a sell. There is still that buy inside. And what's come to worse in a day like this, let's assume you even enter your buy from this where do we enter now? Let me say, let's assume you enter buy from this level. Let's assume this level is where you enter buy on that day 4, this red candle day. You find out that there's no way market will not still return your money. This is what gives people confidence most time when they are trading, because they know that even though, because of the level of bullishness that have been happening from here, look at it. Let me clear everything so you see very well. Now, because of the level of how bullish market has been from this day 1 to day 2 and then day 3, you will be confident to say that this day 4 should buy, this day 4. And if at all you enter wrongly on your buy and the market is still selling, you see, eventually what happened? The market bounced back. It bounced back and return your money. So now that day is gone. We are now left with this one, day one as day 1. We are left with this candle as day 1, then this candle as day 2, then this candle is now day 3. What are we seeing? Even the day 2, that we are the day 3 now. Here, this is day 3. We see that day 3 has not still closed even below day 1. It shows that this upward momentum is still there. So I hope in a case like this, you still hold your buy bias, and what happen in this kind of day? You buy. Hold your bullish bias. So what happen again? You take the next one. What happen? One, this one now will now be candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, right? What happen here? This is candle 1. This is the open of candle 1 here. Then this one closes below. Then this one closes above candle. It closes above candle 2, but it does not close above candle 1. See, it doesn't. So what it means is this kind of day now, is still a very choppy and confusing day too. A confusing day that you will have to make sure that you hold your peace. But guess what? Even before you wake up, when market wanted to open, see where the market came and open. In such a day, see where the market comes and open. And when the market comes and open, what happens? It buys upward first. It buys upward. So this is what happened on that day. If I'm checking well, it comes back, buy upward, came back, went downward, then after downward, buy upward again, then closes here. This is what happened. So you see what happened, that in between this same candle you are seeing here, your buy is still you still have your buy. You still have your buying. So we'll go for this now. We'll take the next 3 candle now. So this one now will now be your candle 1. This is candle 2, and this is candle 3. So of course your candle 3 now closes below all of them. It closes below all the candle 1 to 3. So what we are looking at in this kind of day, even though that day becomes bullish, what we are looking at is to sell, sorry. It's a bearish sentiment. So this bearish sentiment, we see that today is a buy. So this kind of day, you are going to have a losing day. Except by experience, this kind of day, you are going to have a losing day. But no strategy is perfect. No strategy is perfect. And what I have discovered, having my daily bias for years now, is that each week, if out of the 5 days of the week, you only have one bad day out of the week. One bad day out of the 5 trading days of the week. For those of us that does not trade all this Bitcoin and other things, 5 days of the week, you are going to be getting it right. And that is why today, if you study my trades, maybe you follow some of the results and accounts that I post, you find out that there's always that one bad day in between. There's always that one bad day, and that bad day, by the time you check, I have 80 to 90% win rate. So what I do majorly these days is that any day I discover is going to be happening like this, I de-risk so that I'll lose less. I de-risk. So, but even with experience, you will still have even gotten something out of this place, because in between this, you will still see that still sell. It might not be much, but you still find yourself, right? So that said, we'll take the next one. The next one will be 1, 2, and 3. So if you are combining these 3 together now, what are we seeing? We are seeing this is a buy, this is a sell, then this is an engulfing upward. So it means like a day like this, we are looking at buying, but market came again and do the needful by selling, even though we are looking at buying. But look at it, look at the market open up here, went straight down, then came back and closed here. So we will still have in between. Don't forget that this is just your bias. This is not your trade. This is your bias. So market open here, went straight down, and then buy. So this is your bias. It's not your trade. You can't use bias to take trade direct. No, you are only using bias to strengthen your strategy. So what it means is that even in a day like this, your strategy may not even pick any signal until maybe you see what can you see here now. Here now you can see that there is a key level here that the market comes and bounce from. So you will have traded it from there. And some people trade they trade the daily return like this. They put one day, then the market comes, break below it. The moment it breaks below it, you are waiting for a return. It doesn't return. Instead of return, maybe you are seeing a retest to this candle saying you should sell, and it's a buying day. So a buying day is giving you a sell signal. You stay away. So in days like this, you find out that you will escape. This is the way you can escape a lot of trap, a lot of trap in the market. So now you go to the next day, the day 1, day 2, and day 3. Day 3. So I'm just doing this on the go, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3. So what happened? Day 1, day 2 closes higher, but day 3 came and clear both day 1 and day 2, clear everywhere. So what happened is the next thing, this day 4 now. The next thing now on this day 4. On this day 4 now, what I will be doing is I will be looking at selling. This day 4, you sell, and of course you can see that it's a sell. You come to the next day, you count your day again. 1, 2. This day 4 become day 3, right? So you have to predict this one now that as your day 4. And what happened? You can see the sell. You come again. You start all over again. You keep moving it again. This now become your day 1. This one become your day 2. This is now your day 3. And what happened? This day now you are selling. You are supposed to be selling based on this analysis we have been doing since. And what happened? Yes, you can see indecisions, but in between decisions you see there are a lot of sales in between. There are a lot of sales. You continue again. If you follow that same principle, this is your 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So if you combine these 3, you find out that you are still on the selling momentum. So this day you see is a pure sell. Good. We'll go again to the next one. 1, 2, and then 3. Then you see we are selling in this day. Eventually what happen? We'll still sell. The market still give us a heavy selling. So then we continue again. Take this as your 1, take this as your 2, and take this as your 3. So this will be your 3, right? This candle is your 3. So automatically we are still on the selling mode, and this candle confirm we are still selling, right? Now we are seeing this candle now. We are seeing now here. Look at this candle. I'm doing this even most importantly because of this candle here. I'm doing it because of this green candle here. We can see that despite the fact that this market is telling us to sell, because if you count our days 1, 2, and 3 using this third candle as 3, you find out that this green candle that we circle is supposed to give us yellow. It's supposed to give us red, but it's not giving us red. So in a day like this, we find out that there is still your sell is still inside this particular day. This day I still sell inside this day. I sold. So okay, let me do something. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can bring out my trading history on this chart. You see, it's not this is not there's no magic to this thing. Let me put out my trading history here. let me see if I can bring out my trade history. So I've marked my trade history. Oh yeah, it can't zoom more than this, right? It cannot zoom more than this on this system. But if you see, at least you can see the arrow. You can see these two arrows on that same green day. I'm trying to bring this. Let me see what on this day, on that green day, on this same green day, you can see my arrow, double arrow down. I still took two setup on that same, within that same green. I still took two. I took two cell setup, and these two cell setup gave me nothing less than 200 pips. If you combine the two, so even in between that green day, if you stay put on your bias, you will not take of course, I used to tell myself this is not my papa market, so definitely I'm not looking at trading everything and getting everything. But eventually you find out that I am getting what I need to get per time. I'm getting what I need to get per time. Let me remove that history so that you can see the chart clearly. I'm getting what I need to get per time. So you can see it from the history. I still have two setup in between this same green. I still have two cell setup yesterday. And now when I woke up this morning, my bias is still bearish. Those who use two candle bias, by now they will have changed to a bullish bias. But no, my bias is still bearish because I use three candle. One, so two. This is two now, and this green candle now will become three to predict and talk about today. So what happened today? Now you can see the market is still open, is still moving because I'm done for the week anyway. So after I'm done for the week, I'm just doing these shots to see if I can open people's eye to some things. You see, today now, what are we seeing? Today you are seeing, that is the last candle, is today. What happened? Market open here, sold downward. Before now going forward. So when I do my history, I'm sure most of you will have seen that inside that my history, you will see that I sold downward this same day. I sold downward. Now the market is bouncing back to the upside. So but until when this market closes now, if it closes the way it is now, maybe by Monday my bias will now be bullish, because now I will now be having this candle as candle 1, candle 2, and this is candle 3. So my bias is going to be upside. Why? Because the third candle is above the last two candle, which is 1 and 2 candle. So I'll be looking at buying. So it doesn't mean that the entire day we buy. Market doesn't move on a straight line. It will continue to buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell. But what it means is that out of the buy and sell, my focus is going to be on how to buy. Is if you inculcate this into your system and strategy, it will save you from a lot of losses. It will stabilize your system that is currently giving you 30% win ratio. Trust me, if you add this to it, it will pick you up to 70-80% win ratio. This is what it means. And when you are trading too, you take setup. What I do is I do setup by setup. Maximum in a day, I do 2-3 setup maximum a day. And if I see that day is already giving me unnecessary bad vibe, I go for only one setup and I'm done for that day. Now, how do I trade my setup? On one setup, I can have multiple entry. Like sometimes if I'm supposed to use 0.1, if I'm supposed to use 1, I can divide it into 2, I can divide it into 3. I enter at the same spot. so that I can be using it to come out from TP1, TP2, TP3. And with that, you be able to keep your account safe. Number one thing is you want to limit the losses on your account. You don't want to wipe that account. Keep your capital. Be able to increase it steadily. This is what I say I should share with you, and it will definitely change your trading if you pay attention to it. My name is Josmo once again. Welcome to Josmo FX.